Hello. Welcome
Hi.
to season 2. I almost forgot the season. Season 2, episode 9 of A Message From. We're your hosts. I'm Alyson.
I'm Edward.
And we're here.
We're here. You messed up this time.
I messed up this time. Ha 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 ha. You messed up last time.
I did. So now we're even. And you just messed up the time before that.
True. So we're actually not even. You need another mess up.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
It's daytime where I'm at.
It's daytime where you're at. It's nighttime where I'm at. Do you love this artificial lighting?
It is harsh.
That is making me look pale.
It does make you look very pale.
Like a sickly Victorian woman.
Sickly Victorian. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Unlike me, surrounded by warm wooden paneling, wearing beige, with the sunlight.
Looking toasty.
Yeah, I look toasty. Look like I got tan this summer, which I vaguely did.
Well, it was rainy again today, cloudy again today. We've had this like terrible weather. We had a couple nice days again, and now it's like back to terrible rainy weather. But I also I'm so terrible. I still have not hired an electrician to install my kitchen light. Hence the harsh lighting, because I'm using a lamp. So, killing it.
Maybe this is the impetus to get it done.
Yeah, I think this is it, looking at myself.
It looks like you're wearing a lot of highlighter. Like on your whole body.
My whole body. She's glowing. She's shining. It was humid today, so I probably am just like shiny.
Possibly. You said it was rainy, humid.
Raining, humid, gross.
Gross. I did tan yesterday during lunch by accident.
Well, yesterday was a nice day.
Pink. What?
Yesterday was a nice day for me, too. I sat outside in the morning on my balcony because yesterday was work from home day.
How many days do you work from home?
Just one.
Oh. Does it change every week or is it the same?
Same every week. I could change it every week if I want to, but I keep it the same day. It works out for me.
And you always choose Wednesday?
Thursday. I choose Thursdays. Today's Friday.
Thursday. You're right.
I do Thursdays because there is a market, a fruit and veg market right around the corner from my home on Thursday morning. So I'm like, it's perfect. Before I start work, I can go to the market, get my fruit and veg. Yeah. So it's nice.
I would choose Monday. Because Mondays are rough.
Yeah, but Mondays tend to be really busy. And so if I'm at home just like working off a laptop, I don't get as much done.
You don't have like a monitor?
Whereas like, I don't have a monitor yet, but I'm going to get one. Where, I don't know. I just kind of like it being on Thursdays. Mondays just seem like I need to be there in person for some reason. I don't know why.
That's fine. Totally fine. To each their own. You got to do what you got to do.
I mean, Fridays would be nice, but Fridays are so quiet at the office because so many people pick that as their remote day that I feel like it's like good vibes at the office on a Friday.
No, yeah, I love working on a Friday because it's like no one's going to get anything done anyway. It's Friday. It's an easy day, typically.
Yeah.
Typically. The last few Fridays have not been easy. Except for today, which honestly wasn't that easy also. I left way later than I should have.
Yeah.
And you know what? It is what it is. Backpack on, helping students, customer service.
Look at you. Students first.
Students first.
All about the mission.
Service with a smile. To which I said, first time all year.
I don't have to really ever interact with students. So
yeah, service
with probably a frown on my face behind my computer screen, but like still very nice to people. So it works.
Sure. Speaking of students, this person's not a student. We had to interact a lot with a French person from France today.
Oh, okay.
Which was very fun. One of my other coworkers like also speaks French, so we were like talking to her in French, but then we were like, we don't know how to explain immigration stuff like in French.
Oh
so
yeah,
it was a bit of a mess. But fun little Friday French edition.
I also had a fun little Friday French edition. So after work, we got off an hour early because holiday weekend. So
It's a holiday weekend in Germany?
Yeah, Monday's Labor Day. I work for a U.S. university.
Oh, right. Yeah,
so
makes sense.
U.S. holidays. So myself and a couple of friends were going out to like drinks dinner after work. So I went to go. So I'm like, I'm ready, right? I'm like, this week is so dumb. Get us out of here. We were like, exactly 4 p.m. So I'm like, I'm packed up. I'm ready to go. I go out. I go to scoop up one from his office. And how do we even get on this? Oh my gosh. Oh, we were talking about swearing and like not swearing at work. And I was like, I'll just teach you how to swear in French. It's fine. No one speaks French, right? I'm like, who else in this building speaks French besides me? And I know there's one person who works on the top floor who speaks French also. So like, we hardly ever see her. We're in the basement. We're in the dungeon crew. So
yes, as we know.
Yeah. So, and then one of the guys in the office was like, oh, I speak a little bit of French. Like, I studied in school, so him and I were speaking French with each other a little bit. And I was like, oh, good practice for this weekend.
What is your take on French swear words? How do you feel about them?
I like them. They come out really easily, and I think it's because French people, it's weird. Like, French teenagers and French adults use them so casually. I feel like even in situations where like most people would be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be swearing right now. Like they just say them and it comes out and it's just so like, it just like comes out. Okay. I don't know. I think they just flow easy. I feel that way about English
ones too. I don't know. But I think that's just, I swear a lot. I don't like French swear words.
No.
I think they're lame. There's exceptions to every rule. Like if I was to say like shit in French, like that's a good one.
Yeah.
They're good to like mutter.
I think that's it. And when French people say them, they say it kind of like, you know how they have like their, what would you call it? Like their little tics or habits, like how they're always like, they'll be like, oh, putain. Like it just like, comes out
to like mutter or sigh or a lot
of sighs.
It's not like an angry swearing.
No,
vibe.
never.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't like them as much because you can't like
scream them.
I don't want to scream merde. I just don't want to. But I also like would I scream? I would scream joder in Spanish, like that one.
Joder.
Yeah, like it's more fun to say loudly. It's just different vibes. I guess that's what I'm getting at.
Absolutely different vibes. Yeah. That's what it is. And I think it's the different vibe. Think about it. Like Spanish people in public and French people in public.
Quiet as hell.
Spanish, French. Like,
yes.
It fits.
So you said you're going to France. What are you going to do in France?
I'm going to Metz. I'm going to La France tomorrow. First thing on my list, I'm going to find a bakery with one of those coin machines and literally dump all these stupid coins that I've been building up. In Germany, it's like, I feel like they're like pressuring me. Like they want people to use cards here. And then...
They do or they don't?
They do. I was like...
All of Europe does.
I just want to get rid of these coins, yo. And there's nowhere to get rid of them.
How do you have so many coins?
I have so many coins.
Like, where did you get them from?
Well, sometimes I use cash.
Huh. Genuinely, I had little to no cash at all given times the last, 2 years I lived in Spain.
Yeah.
Just never had... I remember once or twice being like, oh, fuck, I have, no coins on me. I needed to pay for something randomly and was like, I don't have any coins. Why would I have coins?
Well, I have so many. And, so I always have cash on me because I think about when you go out to eat or if you go out to drink, there sometimes if we pay together, just throw cash in or whatever, you know?
Have, a Splitty app in Germany?
They do it all separately. They like add it up and then type the number into the machine and then you pay. Or if you're going to pay in cash, it's the same thing. They like add it all up and they'll like write the amount on a piece of paper. I'm like,
wait, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like they'll add up. They'll be like, okay, you had this, this, and this. So this is the total cost. And they'll write the amount on a piece of paper and like set it in front of you.
But then, like, are you paying that person? Or are you paying the
Well, that's the
restaurant?
waiter. So yeah, you're paying that person.
Yeah, but you can like do it split that way.
Yeah.
I meant like when a friend is paying for something, I would just like use the like Zelle, but no one uses Zelle in the United States.
Oh, well, so the thing is like most of the people that I'm hanging out with are Americans, so
Okay.
it's really annoying. Like our bank accounts that we have, because they're like military affiliated or like on base and stuff. It's really easy to like switch back and forth between like dollars and euros. You can like pay bills in euros, no problem, and all that stuff. But it's like it's stupid. The transfer feature on the app doesn't work because we're not in the United States. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, so like no one has a German bank account.
Most people don't because we don't want to get taxed. Like we don't want to be on the tax radar for Germany. So
True, because you'd get double taxed. Lol.
yeah. So yeah.
But then you don't get any German health services.
No, it's through our employer.
Yeah. No social health care. What was I going to say? But you guys can like Venmo each other?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you just like happen to have cash because you just want to use cash.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's me.
So this is a self-created problem. That's what we're getting to the
I use
root
my
here.
card a lot too, but sometimes it's just easy to have cash, you know? So
Sometimes it is.
I have it.
Especially when it's small stuff.
I use it. I got a lot of coins.
Got a lot of coins.
I'm going to go dump them in France.
I think it's a smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
Watch, you're not going to find a boulangerie that has one of those coin machines.
Oh my, I know. Every single one I go into is going to not have one. I'm going to die.
Yeah. Because is Metz even a big city?
Yeah. Decently
Oh, it
sized.
is?
Yeah.
How big is it? Like comparison. Do an episode.
It's not one of the biggest. It's probably smaller than Nice. But Nice is like the fifth biggest
like a
city
small
in
city.
France. So
True. But when that happens, when people say that in Europe, I'm like, that's actually quite a small city. Like when you get that parsed down, because like capitals are huge.
yeah.
Right. And then like you have like your second, third big city. That's pretty big, right? But when you get down to like 4, 5, 6, 7, those are like smaller cities, right?
Yeah, let's see.
In my mind, but could be wrong. I mean, you're going to say numbers and I'm going to try to pretend like I understand, but it'll be helpful.
Another
to
plane.
know. Another plane.
Perks of living by an airbase.
I don't think we've heard them on the pod. Yeah.
I hope this was real loud. I just want to be like, what? Oh, their population's 120,000.
Okay. So like, what's a U.S. city that has that population?
I don't even know.
Neither do I.
I was hoping it would be like Metz is the 12th largest city in France or something like that. I don't know. Whatever.
Looking for a qualification.
Not getting it, but anyway. So
Okay,
I'm going
100,000.
there. I'm probably going to do botanical gardens. I might do a museum on Sunday. It's supposed to be really nice there, actually. Like 27, sunny the whole weekend.
Where is Metz for the people at home?
Northeast France, like very close to Germany. Very close to Germany. Yeah.
And the name sounds kind of Germany.
On the Moselle River. And yeah, it was probably part of Germany before like World War I when France like snatched up their land.
Yeah.
So
Snatching.
books, I'm gonna buy books.
Botanicals.
Yeah, botanicals. I'm gonna buy books. Books are so cheap in France. Like,
Are books expensive in Germany?
so I've been buying only English books in Germany. So I feel like that's part of the problem. They're a little bit more expensive than I feel like they should be, but they're in English. Like France, I feel like even when I bought English books in France, they were still cheap. But you know, you can get a good French book for like €3.
Yeah. I'm sure you can get a good German book for like €3 in Germany.
Probably, but you know, I'm not at that level yet.
No, we're not scoping that out yet. Yeah. feel like in Spain they were cheap too. But I don't know. I wasn't really book shopping in Spanish very often. So cannot help.
And we went on a hot
relate.
search for a book for you when I was in Spain with you, but it was in Italian.
Yes. We found it.
We did.
And it was not expensive, I don't believe.
I don't remember. I don't think it was, but I don't remember.
Same. I feel like I would have remembered if it was expensive. You know, trauma. No trauma from that. So.
Very good.
Should we take a break?
We should take a break.
Regroup, come back, figure out what's going on in the second half. We're going to take a break.
Freshen up.
Okay.
I really needed to sniff that sniff.
Keeping it in. Just kidding. Yeah. Maybe. Who knows?
I'm sure.
I probably would keep it in, but because we already said we're going to take a break, I will have cut it, forgotten that there was something in between, and just chop it all away.
Forgotten that there's a beautiful sniff in there.
Yeah. Completely lost.
Welcome back. We hope you're refreshed. Ready for round 2.
Round 2.
Round 2. What do you want to tell us about?
I have no idea. It's been almost a week since we've recorded, but like I haven't had time to really get anything together. There was something I was going to say though while I was on that ramble.
I'm sorry. I was just so there was someone's beeping their horn. It was so loud.
Oh. I guarantee you we're also not going to hear that.
It shook me to my core, and then you were talking and I was like, I don't know what's happening. Also, how did we get here? How is it already Friday?
How is it Friday?
I'm so unprepared for everything. What's going on?
Well, is that your fault? Should we have a therapize moment?
It's not my fault. Actually, It's not my fault. We can therapize later after this.
Oh, okay. Not content. Nope. Speaking of therapize, I've been off a lot this week. Not for any reason that has to do with therapy. This was not a good segue. Fully misleading. I just like took a day and a half off.
Oh, okay.
So I had like some stuff to get done. And I was going, this is what I wanted to say. I got to run on a track this week because I was in Oakland. And I was like, well, might as well run on the track because I'm over here.
Okay.
And it was so nice. But then I realized I'm old. And my left knee hurt. And I think it's because I was like running on a track, bending left for many circles. And was like, ye old body does not do what it used to do.
No, it doesn't.
And it's so sad.
Yeah.
But
speaking of you being old, though. Yeah. So you have been harassing me for being old since the day we met. Well, literally since the day we met.
We did meet in your 50s.
We did. But now I'm the young one in my friend group. And I always get made fun of for being young. And I'm like...
I was like, with who?
Youth? Don't be jealous of my youth.
Well, I also got clocked for potentially being young because I went and got a haircut this week. And I was in Oakland, which like, woof. If anyone has ever been to Pittsburgh and knows what I'm talking about, bleak. Oakland is just full of stuff. A lot of stuff going on over there. A lot of construction. A lot of Pitt students back all of a sudden. It's just like busy in general. A lot of lanternflies, which we can talk about in a bit. But I went and got a haircut. And the guy was like, oh, do you have your student ID? And I was like, I'm not a student. And he's like, oh, sorry, just like a lot of students come in. And I was like, no, you thought I could be a student.
Please.
Like I look young.
Please.
And then I told this to a coworker. And all the students are back at Carnegie Mellon too, right? And she's at one of the like dining establishments, which at Carnegie Mellon is not like a mess hall. We don't have those types of situations. It's like vendor type things. It's like a little mini restaurant or like a little mini food court, but like with one stand, no other stands. Does that make sense?
No.
I was just going to say the same thing, just slower. And I was like, that's probably not a good explanation. They're just like, I don't know. It's literally like a food court place, right?
But there's only one venue to buy food from?
Yeah, so it's like if you took a food court and just like sliced out the like Chinese American food, right? Boop. That's a place somewhere on campus.
Okay.
They're typically like actual restaurants in Pittsburgh that like have a satellite little thing. Okay. Anyway, she's at this place. And every single one, your meal plan works differently. So it's very confusing. Freshmen have no idea how to use it, which completely makes sense.
Why not just make a better system?
Would make sense. I mean, at this point, they've made it so you can't have a good system. Like, even if they try to fix it, you just don't get the same stuff at every vendor.
Okay.
Different font. Or Ven, whatever. So she's there. And this girl's like, do you know where we're supposed to stand? I'm sorry, I'm like a freshman. And she just goes, no, I'm new here too. And the girl looks at her and is just like, okay. And like, and my coworker's like, why did I say that? I'm 30 some years old. Like, I'm not a freshman. But she's like new staff. So she is like new here. But like, I was just like, oh my gosh, this person probably thinks like some random person's mom is here. Or like,
I'm new here. Sorry.
So she got clocked for being old. I got clocked for being young. And you got clocked for being young.
I got clocked for being young. I love
Even though
it.
you're not. And I'm not. And she's not.
I mean, I'm not, but I'll take it, right?
Take it where you can get it.
Take it where you can get it.
It's not coming often. Especially from me.
Never from you.
I would say never as well. That's a good correction. That's a good correction. Lantern flies. You never had to deal with this, did you?
No.
Like a PA thing.
We had fish flies in Michigan.
Okay, I don't know what those are.
They were like long and their tail curved up. Like,
ew.
And they would swarm at a certain time of the summer and they would like cover everything.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh, I don't like that. The lantern flies like are
I bet a
annoying,
lantern fly.
but they are also like dumb. I don't know. It's very weird because we all know that we're just supposed to kill them because they're like some random invasive species that like don't belong here. But there are so many of them this year, and I didn't see any last summer. And it's not like they're just new. I know it's gotta adjust. No, I've never seen this.
Yeah, nasty.
Interesting, but they are gross looking.
Yeah.
But the lanternflies apparently like destroy plants and crops.
Okay.
It's very bleak. And now they can fly because they've like fully formed at this point of the year. So.
I'm sorry, I'm looking them up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's my day to day.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. So it was easy when they were in like the not flying form because they just jumped. So it was able to like, if you missed, you could still get it. But now they fly and they fly up at you and you don't even see them because they're the same color. But they don't like bite or anything. And they don't also shake off. Yeah, for sure. But like sometimes when they jump on you or like happen to fly onto you, it's probably because they got spooked from somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And they don't do anything. They just like stay. So they're very easy to flick. And so now I'm not that concerned, but it's still, I was running the track. They kept crawling into lane 1 and I had to time my stride so that I was able to smash them as I ran. But when you miss it, it's so embarrassing. I missed one walking home and it flew into these 2 women and they screamed and freaked out. And I was like, oh my God, sorry. So I came over and like tried to kill it again. Missed it again. Because it happens. You'll kill 10 in a row. You'll miss 10 in a row. No rhyme or reason.
It's like a game. It
is a game and it's not very fun anymore. This woman goes, sir, you are terrible at this. Like runs away. And I was like, sorry. And I missed the next like 4 and then had 10 in a row. So I was like, I just should stop.
I love that everyone's in on it too. Like you all are just like, this is how it happens.
Someone saw me kill one, like some neighbor, and she was like, I got 10 of them like 10 minutes ago. And I was like, okay, whoa. Like, why are you speaking
Bringing the people of Pittsburgh together.
Yes, all of Pennsylvania. Anyway.
Love that for you.
Do you want to talk about your TV show? Or do you want to talk about twirling in the air?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so my TV show first, really quickly. Have you seen or heard of The Summer I Turned Pretty?
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
So, what was that? Oh, it's because I watched Red, White, and Royal Blue on Prime because of you.
Iconic.
And so then afterwards, it was like, oh, I should watch this. The Summer I Turned Pretty. So I'm like, let's watch this show. Tell me why I was staying up till like 2 a.m. every night watching the show.
This show was designed for you.
It was designed for me.
It's like a teen drama, hot teen drama.
Yeah, hot teen drama. And it's like mindless. And so I was like, oh, incredible. So I was just watching the show nonstop. 2 seasons, watched both seasons. Yeah, I was obsessed, hooked. I cried 3 times.
Look at you. Yeah. Getting into your Pisces vibes, crying while watching TV.
Every so often. But there was a sad bit. Like, it was like an ongoing sad thing throughout the thing. So that's why I cried 3 times. That's
good writing, I guess. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Acting? Was it the acting? Yeah. Was it the writing?
It was kind of like the story itself, the thing that was happening. But then when people on the show cried, I was like, oh my gosh, they're crying. This is sad. Let me cry.
So it was both.
I'm like a sympathy crier. Yeah, it was both. When people cry around me, I cry.
If I were to cry in front of you, would you cry?
I'd probably be freaked out, to be honest.
I'd probably freak out. Yeah.
That would shock me.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Because you would know something is wrong.
Seriously.
Get him to a psych ward.
Like, this is the end. Wrong.
This is the end. The end of the world or my end?
Both.
We are intertwined. Little does
your end, which would then cause the end of the world.
Or vice versa. Well,
either
vice
one.
versa would definitely happen. We'd all die. It wouldn't just be me.
R.I.P.
But maybe that's why I would cry. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows?
We'll never know. I had something to say that had to do with crying. Or the TV show. And now it's gone.
Okay, bye. You want to hear me about
your update?
Twirling upside down?
Yeah, what are you doing in the air?
So, in the air, have I given an update before on the pod about my aerial classes?
I don't think so.
I've been doing aerial silks. So, like, when the silk things are tied to, like, a thing on the ceiling and you, like, woo, twirl around in them. Except I'm, like, not good enough to do the woo, twirl around yet. So, like... But yesterday in class, we got to do a thing where it's like tied in a knot and you like get into it. And so the knot is like on your, like just below your stomach, kind of like on your hips. And we got to like float through the air. It was so much fun.
It's giving like baby yoga or like, you know.
Yeah. It's very difficult, though. It's like a very intense upper body workout.
Yeah. No, that's not easy.
No, I mean, it's not easy.
Remember that spirally bridge in Madrid?
Yeah.
The bottom there where you can, it's called like the beach or whatever. I'm like, LOL. So sad. But there's grass under that part of the bridge. So they tie silks to it. And people do it all the time. But it was always like ripped men.
Oh, yeah. No. It's very difficult. We also did this thing yesterday called the Iron Cross, where you've got your arms. I need to stand up a little bit. So they're coming down, right? So you've got your arms in them, and they're kind of like wrapped around your arms a little bit, like, and they come up like so. And you've got you're holding onto it, and so you like lift your feet off the ground, right? So you're just supporting yourself straight up, holding onto these things with your hands, and then you slowly put your arms out. And, like, your feet aren't on the ground. So it's supposed to be, like, your arms are in a cross and, like, they're holding you out. I couldn't get all the way out.
Well, isn't that in men's gymnastics?
On the rings?
The rings. Is that what they're called?
This is a little bit more supported because it's wrapped around your arm. So it's kind of like, it's a little bit easier.
I was like, what is that?
It's not just grip strength. Because the
Right.
way that this looks go, it kind of like, but it was hard.
I mean, it sounds hard. It sounds very hard.
Very hard, very fun.
Very hard, very fun.
Yeah.
That's the goal?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
That's the goal. That's it.
I still can't remember what I was going to say.
Okay, well then,
It's lost.
That's it.
What were you even talking about?
Flies.
But no, after the flies.
The summer I turned pretty, crying. You cried.
I didn't cry.
Watching a show? There was something about a show and crying.
No. This is good content.
Were you just playing us all?
No. I don't have the wherewithal to do that at this moment in my life.
I swear
Friday
it was
at 3
something about
p.m.
crying, but
Sorry?
no idea.
What?
I thought it was something about crying.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Even though you would think that we can hear each other very well. It's very hard to hear each other.
You would
It's very
think, but we just talk over each other all the time.
It's been a lot of that recently in the episodes, which makes it difficult sometimes when I make those little things.
I'm going to start like raising a finger and be like, my turn to talk.
We need the talking
doing
stick.
lately? I've been pointing at people a lot lately. And I'm like, pull your finger away. Stop pointing at people.
An older white woman.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Like,
You need to Pavlovian dog yourself. Squirt water at yourself.
stop.
Slap a rubber band.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. No.
I even did a double finger point the other day.
Oh no, that's just lame. That's beyond rude. It's just
I
lame.
don't remember what I was pointing about.
Are you finger gunning people?
No.
Like, it feels like you're one step from that. I'm scared
I
for you.
don't know, but there's a lot of hand talking, but lately it's been manifesting itself into finger points, and I'm like, I need to stop it.
Yeah. That's an unfortunate development for you.
That's a real unfortunate development.
It is. But that's it for today.
That's all.
Good luck.
That's all, folks.
No remedies.
That's it.
Fix it yourself. Good luck.
Tutto.
Thank you for getting this far in this episode. You can reach us at 202-630-4509 if that tickles your fancy for any reason. Or a message from pod@gmail.com if that also tickles your fantasy. Your fancy.
No, not your fantasy.
If it's your fantasy and tickles your fancy, floats your boat. You can also do that. But for us, we will see you next week.
Next week.
Right?
Grazie mille.
When do you come back?
Monday night.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm only gone for 3 days.
Oh, right, because it's Labor Day. I keep thinking it's like a long European holiday.
No, sadly, it's only 1 day off work.
It's just a short American one. Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Classic. 1 day.
Yeah, 1 day.
Hate this country. All right, goodbye.
Bye.